The best way to sound fluent and natural in English is to use the same expressions that native speakers use. And that's exactly why I'm going to share 19 expressions that I use every single day, so you can add these to your speech to sound just like a native speaker. Welcome back to JForrest English. Of course, I'm Jennifer. Now let's get started. In this lesson, I'm going to explain each expression and then I'll give you an example sentence so you know how to use it in your speech. Sound good? And I just used expression number 1. Did you hear it? I said, sound good. Sound good with a question is the short form of, does that sound good to you? So native speakers just take the sound good, but you have to add a rising intonation to show it's a question. Sound good? And this is used to get confirmation or approval when you share a plan or idea.
Sound good?
And if I ask you, sound good, how are you going to reply? Sounds good. Sounds good is the short form of, that sounds good to me. Now notice here you need the S on the verb because it's in the present simple. That sounds good. So sounds good is the short form. And this is used to confirm that you agree with someone's plan or idea. So let's practice this. I'm going to start making more lessons for you. Sound good? Sounds good. Sounds great. Sounds amazing.
Sound good? Sounds great.
So if you want me to keep making more lessons for you, put sounds amazing. Sounds amazing. Put that in the comments. Our next expression, will do. I use this absolutely every single day. So let's say someone asks you to do something. Can you send the invoice to the client? To confirm that you will do this, you simply say, will do. So don't say, I will do it, because a native speaker wouldn't say that. We just say, will do. So let's practice this one. Can you do me a favor and like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe because it really helps support my channel. And you can reply back and say, will do, Jennifer. How's it going? This is our next expression and I use it every single day, multiple times a day. Of course, you can say, how are you? This is used in more impersonal situations like if you're at the grocery store. You can also say, how are you doing? This emphasizes right now. How are you doing right now? My favorite is how's it going, which is more general, it's casual, but very natural. And as a bonus to reply, remember you need to say it's. It's going good, great, amazing, awesome.
How's it going?
Great. Our next expression is what's going on with something. What's going on with the project, the deadline, the proposal, a something. And this is used to inquire about the status of something. But you can also use this with people. What's going on with Janice? She seems upset. So you're inquiring into the current status of Janice. Are you enjoying this lesson? If you are, then I want to tell you about the Finally Fluent Academy. This is my premium training program where we study native English speakers from TV, the movies, YouTube, and the news so you can improve your listening skills of fast English, expand your vocabulary with natural expressions, and learn advanced grammar easily. Plus, you'll have me as your personal coach. You can look in the description for the link to learn more, or you can go to my website and click on Finally Fluent Academy. Now let's continue with our lesson. Our next expression, keep me in the loop. I love this one, use it every day. So let's say your colleagues are working on a project and they share with you that they're getting proposals from the vendors today. You can reply back and say, great, keep me in the loop. And this is used to request that new information or updates are shared with you as they happen. As a full sentence, you can say, keep me in the loop on the proposals. So you're requesting that as soon as information is available about the proposals, that information will be shared with you. So if I request that you keep me in the loop and you want to confirm that you will do it, what would you say? Those two words? Will do. Keep me in the loop, will do. Our next expression, just following up. Just following up. So I could send an email to one of my colleagues and say, just following up on the project proposals. Have you heard anything from the vendors? The expression just following up is used when you continue a previous conversation. Because remember, I already talked to my colleagues about the vendors. I asked them to keep me in the loop, but I haven't heard anything and it's been hours or days. So I'm going to send a message and say, just following up. Our next expression is an acronym, ASAP, which stands for as soon as possible. For pronunciation, you can say ASAP or ASAP. ASAP, ASAP. Both of them are very commonly used. We use this in both requests. Can you get me that information ASAP? And we use it to confirm a task. I'll get that to you ASAP.
ASAP.
ASAP. Gotcha.
Our next expression is no rush. This is the short form of there's no rush. And this is used to say that a request isn't urgent. If you got a text from someone that said, call me ASAP, you would assume that's urgent. You might even think that something is wrong, something happened. But if you got a text that said, call me when you can, no rush, you would know that there is no urgency.
No rush.
Let's talk about the expression, no worries, no worries. I use this one probably 5 times or more every single day. No worries. Maybe you get a text from your colleague that says, I'm sorry I didn't follow up sooner. Remember our expression to follow up? I'm sorry I didn't follow up sooner. And you can reply back and say, no worries. This is used to say that you're not upset about something.
No worries.
We also use this in situations like when you bump into someone when you're walking down the street, or if you're at the grocery store and you accidentally bump into someone with your shopping cart and you say, oh, sorry, and then they can say, no worries, to let you know they're not upset. Now let's talk about, oh, really? Oh, really? I use this one so much. Oh, really? Your friend could share some exciting news and say, I'm taking 3 weeks off to volunteer with elephants. And you can reply back and say, oh, really? Oh, really? This is used to acknowledge news that someone shared, but in a surprising way. Notice there's surprise in my voice. Oh, really? You are? You're taking 3 weeks off to volunteer with elephants? Wow. Now let's talk about good to know. So your friend can say, I'll be volunteering for 3 weeks, but I'll still call you every day. And then you can say, good to know, good to know. This is used to acknowledge news that someone shared in a positive way. So maybe you know the area where your friend will be volunteering and you let them know that there's an amazing waterfall nearby and they should visit it. They can reply back and say, good to know.
Good to know.
Heads up, Gina isn't coming to the party. Our next expression is heads up. This is used to give advanced warning of something. So I'm telling you before the party starts that Gina won't be there. And this is important information for you for some reason. We use this a lot in a business context. For example, just a heads up, I followed up with Leo. He'll get us the proposal ASAP. So notice, just a is optional. You can say just a heads up or simply heads up. I personally use both probably equally. And the person can reply to the message and say, good to know. Our next expression, Hopefully you don't need to use this one too much. I'm running late. I'm running late. This is how a native speaker would say that they're going to be late. They're going to arrive after the time they said they would arrive. I'm running late. So you might send a message to your colleague and say, heads up, advance warning, heads up, I'm running late, start the meeting without me. And your coworker could text back and say, will do. This next expression, I ask my husband every single morning. I say, what do you have on the go today? This is an alternative to what are you doing today? And native speakers love using it. What do you have on the go today? Now to reply, Kevin will simply tell me what he's doing. So he'll use the present continuous. I'm finalizing the proposal, and this afternoon I'm following up with some leads. I love this next one. Let's catch up. Let's catch up. And I love this because it's so fun catching up with people, at least in my opinion. Generally, I use this as a short text, and I might say, hey, let's catch up soon. And we use this to say that you want to plan a social outing, not professionally, but a social outing to learn what the person has been doing since the last time you saw them or spoke to them. So if my friend has been volunteering on an elephant farm for 3 weeks, I could send her a message and say, let's catch up when you're back from volunteering. I can't wait to hear all about it. Our next expression is, are you free? But you need to complete the sentence. So remember in the last example, I said, let's catch up when you're back from volunteering. Then I can add, are you free on Saturday? So on a specific day. Are you free on Saturday? So this expression is used to ask if someone is available to do something specific. Are you free to catch up this weekend? Are you free to chat? This next one will definitely make you sound like a native speaker. Are you good to? Are you good to meet at 4? This is how a native speaker would get confirmation if someone is available to do something specific. Now, I could also ask one of my colleagues, are you good to lead the presentation? And in this sense, I could also be asking if they feel capable of doing something specific. So maybe this colleague is relatively new, or maybe they've never given a presentation before, so I want to confirm that they feel capable. Are you good to lead the presentation? Your colleague could reply back and say, oh, don't worry, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. That's a bonus expression for you. And finally, one that I use all the time in the comments, and one that I hear a lot of students try to use but use it incorrectly, is simply, you rock, you rock. In the comments, you might see me say, great example, you rock. So I'm simply telling you that you did a great job. I could also say, thanks so much for helping me, you rock. So in this case, it's used as a casual way to show appreciation or to praise someone. The mistake I see with my students is they write, you are rock, you are rock. But that's not the expression, it's you rock, because this is a verb, to rock. You rock.
You rock, Glenn. You rock, Darcy!
Now, because this is a verb, you can conjugate it. And it's very common to say you rocked in the past simple. You rocked the presentation, which means you did a great job with the presentation.
But you rocked it!
Now I want you to start using all of these expressions in your speech so you sound fluent and natural just like a native speaker. And if you want me to keep making lessons just like this where I share natural expressions that native speakers use, then put you rock in the comments, because I also want you to practice this so you're using it correctly. So put you rock in the comments. And you can get this free speaking guide where I share 6 tips on how to speak English fluently and confidently. You can click here to download it or look for the link in the description. And why don't you keep improving your vocabulary so you sound natural with this lesson right now?